You're tuned into Handle Your Business at the 12th Annual NFL Alumni Player Networking Event. Live from Super Bowl 46 in Indianapolis on the Voice America Sports Channel and voiceamerica.tv. This is the launch event for NFLLegacy.com, where legends are reborn. Now, let's get this show started.
This is the 12th Annual Players Networking Event. I am your host for the day, Spencer Tillman. Today's topic and theme, if you will, handle your business. We are broadcasting live from Indianapolis here at the lovely Hyatt Hotel. The Player Networking Event is a sanctions NFL Super Bowl event. It is really a bridge, as I see it, for active and former NFL players to make that transition. Clearly, we know what happens. It's been chronicled often. Athletes tend to struggle after the playing days are over and the cheering stops. So ultimately, what will they do? Well, this event has for 12 years helped soften that transition and connect players with folks in the corporate community to help make that transition much easier. This doesn't happen that one player is able to stay with the team for 14 years. Will Shields, the perennial guard for the Kansas City Chiefs, joining me right now. And Will, first of all, it's good to see you. You look like you can line up and play right now, my man.
Thanks a lot, I appreciate it.
Let's be real here. This is about handling your business. Oftentimes there is a gap between what the athlete thinks they're capable of delivering from the business side of things post-career versus what those who are out here in the business world expect and demand. And to be honest with you, maybe the level of respect for a player fresh out of the league is not nearly as high as it would. And they want to know if you can really hold up. They want to know if you can prove yourself in another context. How did you do it? And what advice would you give that athlete that is making that transition to develop the competency to impress those who would do business with you?
I think it's still a growing period. I mean, I've been out for 5 years. I still don't say, I'm not a master of the business world. And there's still things to learn. There's still people to basically help me grow as a person. To me, that's the biggest part of it. Just saying, I can't do it all by myself. You know, I'm used to being that guy that steps on the field. I know the guy across from me. I can take him. I can face him. I can do that. I've prepared for that. But when you get into the big world of, you know, other people controlling different pieces of your life, it's a whole different thing. You have to humble yourself a little bit and say, I don't know it all. I can't do it all by myself. And that's the hardest.
There's a guy joining me now, Vince Papale, who spent a good deal of time with the Philadelphia Eagles. He doesn't look like he's the age that he says he is. I don't think he's really that old. I think he's a young guy. He's just lying to us. But he looks like he can play right now, I can guarantee you. Vince, how are you, my friend?
Great to be here with you, Spencer.
Good
Thank you
to
very
see
much.
you. You look wonderful. Cool. I'm serious. What is the strategy, if you will, or the formula for success after the cheering stop, once you leave the field? What's been key for you?
Well, the key thing is surround yourself with some good people. I think that's most important, Spencer. And I had made the mistake when I first came out of not doing that. And I tried different things, and I really wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. You know, I was looking for that role, I was looking for the niche, but nothing I felt real passionate about. And then finally, because I got the right partner in life, I got it, you know. And I had all the fame and adulation and everything that I had when I was with the Eagles all the way up to 1980. I pretty much lost all of it. Yeah. You know, not by being reckless, but just by not making good decisions and surrounding myself with good people and not having all the confidence that you would think a guy coming out of the NFL and doing what I did back then would have had. And I sort of needed a refreshing, you know, and I needed to, you know, everybody says you got to reinvent yourself. And essentially that happened when I met my wife, Janet. And all of a sudden, it's just been all gravy now. You know, we got into the thing, and I got into sales and marketing. I was never the kind of guy who could ask the question, would you, I was never the closer. You know, I was always afraid that they'd say no. Me, afraid they'd say no. You know, after trying out with Dick Vermeil, but
yeah.
That's how far I'd slipped. And now, who cares, you know? What's the worst thing they can say?
VoiceAmerica.tv is online now.
NFLLegacy.com, where legends are reborn.
The NFL Legacy channel is a channel it's evolving. So we are working very closely with the National Football League to be able to gain access to some of those great plays that were the plays that we made. And we want to tell those stories. We want people to understand what it's like to tackle one of the greatest running backs to ever play the game. We want people to know what it's like from our perspective and not necessarily worry about a company line, because we want you to feel the personality of the players and for them to share with you their own perspective without it being, no sense. Just give it to us the way you feel about it. When you come to NFL Legacy Channel, you can expect to see those who built this game. They can share their stories from the past as well as what they're currently doing in their lives. But it's just a channel of entertainment. Sports, after all, is entertainment. And in my mind, it's the best entertainment in the world.
President of the NFL Alumni Association joins us now. George, good to see you, man. You're looking great, brother.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
Handling your business. What have you done that has allowed you to have this sustained success over a period of time since the playing days have been over?
Well, I think very simply, you understand that the attributes that you had to be successful on the field of play are directly attributable how successful you will be in the field of life. And I went back to school and secured my college degree and thus started the very first degree completion program, which was replicated over all 32 teams, which is, to me, my greatest legacy. I'm very proud of that, but that was just the first building block of success. Make sure that you have a networking in place prior to your retirement, and make sure you work that networking with goals in mind, specific goals in mind. And that's why I'm so very proud of this organization.
And that's where the PNE event comes into play, because you're looking, and with each minute it gets more populous in here. It's bustling. Vernon Davis doesn't fit into a category. He really creates one and really has defined the tight end position. We know about his hands, but in a few minutes you're going to learn as well. His eye for design is also elite as well, all pro caliber. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, nice round of applause for Vernon Davis. Good to see you, my friend. How are you?
Oh, good to be here, man. I'm good.
You're looking great, man.
Thank you.
Talk about the role of focus and the success of your off-field activities. Clearly, we know what you do on the field. You're notoriously known for your physique and your shape and the way you keep yourself physically fit. But what about keeping your business physically fit?
Just like football, you have the desires there, the motivation, and all those things. But you have to treat off-the-field activities the same way. When you're passionate about something and you really want it to happen, you have to go get it. You can't just sit around. You have to be involved. You have to attack it. It's like a dream. If you're chasing a dream, you're going to get up and you're going to get after it, pretty much. So now I talk to Anton about that all the time. I was like, Anton, this is something we're passionate about. This is something we just think about all the time. So we have to take advantage of the opportunities and go out and just attack this thing.
VoiceAmerica.tv is online now.
NFLLegacy.com, where legends are reborn.